Morning, Daryl. This is part two. I'm hoping part one gets out there because if it doesn't, I'm in trouble. Part two, responding to your lovely video that you had this morning. It's 4:24 in the morning. I'm not even alive yet, dude. Sunday morning on the 19th of November, 2023. The barely alive, barely awake zombie of Roseman, California, Mr. Weaver, John C. Yeah, hello to you too, pal. Uh, you love this world that the Trumplicans are trying to build up. All these damn assholes out there. World coming into an authoritative regime. People are thinking we are going to be falling to pieces. Well, maybe we are. Maybe we are, pal. And we don't even realize it. Or maybe we just want to keep pushing back on this damn thing. We have to. We got no choice on this. I mean, hell, if we don't push back on these kind of things that people are screaming and yelling about. I mean, Fox News is we know is adept at scaring the hell out of people. Let's face it, they're a constant Friday the 13th situation here, hosted by Jason and Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. And who else we've got going? Beetlejuice. You got to think Fox News like that, and you got to think of the Trumplicans and the people who keep following the Fox News are just as dingy and just as weird as everybody else. I think we keep surviving, my friend. I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to see what you're reacting to, so I'm reacting to your reactions. But sometimes I'll react to what I'm seeing this morning, and it's driving me nuts. This morning I've already messed up on the news articles because I was doing research on your stuff. Yeah, that right wing watch, that Maraschino or whatever the hell his name is. Oh, we gotta be this way. How do we gotta be this way? I don't think this guy's ever been through high school or actually been through college. But if he did, he wasn't understanding anything. He doesn't care to understand anything. He just wants to be a mouth like every other idiot out there. And unfortunately, we keep responding to these all idiots out there. Fox News keeps putting it out there, and then we got to respond to these idiots. Here's the thing: we have to have the conflict going on. I'm serious, Daryl. We got to have the conflict going on. I'll be hopefully sending a copy of this one over to Bo when I get a chance. And let him deal with this shit. We are in so much. I know they're saying chaos and confusion, but I think we're going through the regular route on this one. Deal with this one here, okay? We've seen things like this happen, but I know it seems to be getting worse and worse. So now we have no idea what the Sam Hill we're dealing with. I understand. I'm looking at all these nice products on YouTube right now. They're doing commercials. Stuff I can't even put out here because I got to deal with the constant basis of cockroaches. Literally, I'm dealing with a literal bugware that's never been gotten rid of. I can't move anywhere out of this damn place because there's no place for me to live. None. So, nothing available. I got to deal with the war, which means I got to deal with the roaches. I got to deal with the replicants. I got to deal with the trumplicants. I got to deal with the idealism that's happening here. Catching my point? Anybody and everything else that people are dealing with or having a good time about, and yet I am in the midst of a trumplicant war of sorts. And so are you. We're afraid. You're afraid, actually. You're afraid of them coming after us. I said, bring it on. Bring it on. Well, we're going to limit you this way, and we're going to limit you this way. Bring it on. Don't you understand? Well, I could throw the finger at this point at them. Would that help? Except, now what are you going to do? Be insulted? Good. One more. So I'm telling these idiots what's going on. If they're going to be bringing up their insanity over here, bring it on. I could use the company. Of course, they have to get through a locked door in the first place. What else are we supposed to deal with? I don't know. But people are screaming and yelling that they want this and they want that to do. They want me to feel sorry for them. You want me to feel bad about them. They want. Shit. You should have heard the other video I did. If the YouTube allows it, fine. But if they doesn't, well, I'm getting tired of these people, I swear. Democracy only goes so far, but afterwards we start thinking that everything should be one-sided. And the problem is that's the opposite feeling of what democracy is. We have to have this conflict because this is how the system's set up. In order for the majority to get an understanding of what the hell is going on, they need to hear the minority to a point. The minority cannot do the controlling, but if they've got their own say and they have a better viewpoint, there's got to be a gray area for compromise in this situation. And the reason why our Congress is set up is because we're allowing this stuff to happen. Because it's set up in our Constitution. It's set up by the Founding Fathers. It's been reported in the Federalist Papers. You think hardly anybody else would recognize this stuff unless they got through college. Or seriously, had listened to their high school professors or high school teachers. But apparently not. I wasn't paying attention to them back then. I wasn't. I was listening to it, and then I kept asking myself, what the hell was all this stuff about? It's about the process of our country, how it works. They gave us the cliff notes. They kept giving us the cliff notes, not the full stuff we had to research when we get into college. Or if we want to get into a library. Oh my God, Daryl, artists in recovery, libraries, they're terrifying. They're books. They're books. They got print in them on pieces of parchment. It's all paper. It's all paper. What is this flimsy stuff we have here? Scary! This is past October, and now we have to say something more scary. Knowledge. Ah! Okay, so I guess people aren't getting it. I guess not. That's okay. I'm allowed to act up a little bit on my channel anyway. But everybody else, they're worried about Donald Trump and what the hell he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to be coming after everybody who's going after him. So I'm going to say to the orange gas bag who made it to one round, ain't making it to the other round. Yeah, and I saw that show that he had, and I wasn't impressed. People want to be impressed by a damn grifter and con artist. He likes the attention. He grew up under the attention. He had to get the attention because he wasn't getting attention from his own family. His own family were grifters. He got a generations going back to grifters. This is the Trump. Okay, this is the Trump line. Or the Drumpf with the D in it. Kicked out of Germany, I think. I heard the story. So they immigrated to America and started their own bullshit. And guess what we deal with? We're dealing with our own bullshit here. And people bought it hook, line, and suckered because they're bullshit. I called them on it. People who keep following grifters like that, they deserve to get conned and scammed out of their gourd. They can't see them coming. Smiling faces. You ever remember that song back in the 70s? I listened to that one a lot in the 70s. Every time it kept coming on the radio, I listened to that one. Smiling faces. And the faces still alive. Hey, they don't kill the troops. Yeah, listen to that one. You got a few songs out there like that. I'm still trying to remember on those. But they tell us something. I mean, I go back into media. I go back into the media realm of pages, of voice recordings, of video, to use as an example that maybe people can understand. We were talking about this stuff a long time ago. We were talking about this one. But unfortunately, people keep forgetting. Every generation has to go through this kind of crap. It has to go through its self examination by tearing itself apart. And that means it has to deal with people of the Trump line. Everyone else is saying, well, we haven't been heard. We haven't been heard. It's always the other guy squishing us down. Well, now it's our turn. Well, guess what happened? You had your turn and all hell broke loose. It's not saying that you're not going to get your next turn. It's saying that we got to clean up your mess. Then after the mess is cleaned up and then we lose our votes, Trumplicans come back in and bitch and gripe and make things all hell again. That's how it works, I guess, with the current GOP thinking. They want to conserve, they want to preserve, they want to break down like crazy. And people said, no, it's the Democrats' fault back then because the Democrats were this and the Democrats. The Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats. These people keep forgetting what the hell history was like back then. Back when we had the colonies going, we had the plantations, we had the slaves out there, we had the people who wanted things the way they were. They were the Dixiecrats. They were the Democrats of the southern states. And they weren't going to change for a damn thing. We had the Whig Party. We actually had them as Republicans. And they had the ideal and the idealism of changing a lot of things, rules, regulations, and everything else. But somehow that changed a great deal. We had the Confederacy against the Union. If you want to look at it that way, you had the Dixiecrats versus the Republicans. But it seemed like at the turn of the century, of the 20th century, coming to that point, they were switching their viewpoints. The Democrats were going to be the progressives at this point, and the Republicans were just going to be preserving and conserving for the glory of the Republic or something like that. It's been recorded in history, it's in the history books. I was having history professors for the last several years trying to make me open up to that one. I wasn't hip on it back then because I didn't hear about it back then. I should have been taking history classes for America instead of British. But I wanted to know something about my British ancestry. Terrific. Now I'm staring at a cockroach right now. Just crawled up my damn back, crawled up to grab her, and now he's crawling down. You leave. Hey, 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 hey. Get off. Damn it. Damn bugs. Leave my damn can alone. Fucker. I don't like squishing them. Too much of a mess. I prefer glue traps. Makes the point. So anyway, Trumplicans don't study history. They don't want to study history. They don't want to learn it out, and they think it's all bullshit. They think the stuff we have on corporate media is all bullshit too. Sometimes I got a problem concerning about the independents versus the corporate because they're all going on. They're still doing the dog pile on each other. And I want to get around back to what you were saying about the Trumplicans coming after us. Now, in my other video, May or may not get published. If it does, fine. But if it doesn't, I'm on warning again. I may not be able to publish a long while after that. But we'll see. They want control over everything. They like the idea of them being in control and power and got deluded and drunk on the damn thing. But they think us Democrats are the same way. Us liberal tards are liberal minded. Do we know anything? Do we know any better? I mean, seriously, do we know any better? Not that I know of. The Democrats are not exactly the most perfect people anywhere. We're also screwed up with their own damn things going on. So you got to take a look at both sides. We're all screwed up. The other video was full of fire and vim and ready for people to come in after me, and then I have to take this pullback over here just to satisfy the zeros and ones in Google and YouTube at this point. Pain in the ass. But here's the thing. There's almost no democracy when it comes down for our social media nets. We are subject to the terms and conditions. We are subject to the rules and regulations. We are subject. Period. If you want to use your platforms to get out your message, you are subject. If you want to use the First Amendment and the Constitution of the United States, you are subject. You are subjected. Now, if you want complete anarchy, well, go find your own damn island, call your own nation, and make up your own damn rules. Because here, we are subject to rules, regulations, laws. We're subject. I don't care how many damn Trumplicants will say otherwise, dude. Let them. I've got nothing else to, if they're going to come after me, there's my door. I've said my piece a lot of times, and I am not dealing with these idiots and assholes and asslorettes. Because they're all just equally worthless. I lose friends this way. I lose family that way. But you know what? You're going to follow a gas bag and the following to the gas bag? I'm not following you. There's the door. Don't let the doorknob hit you on the ass as you leave. I've lost too many family and friends already in my lifetime. And if they kind of say that, well, your life is next, I'm going to say, bring it on, dude. See, I'm not afraid of it. Much. I just don't like it anyway. If you have been watching some of my videos, you know I don't like death, but you also know I've got a screwed up thing against life itself. So right now I got to deal with that situation. But I don't like these damn Trumplicans telling me what I need to do and what I don't need to do. So the only thing I can do is just... You don't like it? One more time. Deal with that one.